Hey guys, so I'm going to introduce a few more amplifiers just so you know about them. They're going to involve a little bit of calculus, and if you can guess, the reason why they involve calculus is because we're going to introduce capacitors and inductors, mostly capacitors, into these circuits. So basically so far what we've had has been a amplifier, like say this inverting amplifier, that looks something like this, and it's contained resistors, and so we have our source voltage coming in, we have an R1 and say an R2, and then we have our output voltage, and that's it. Now what if we redrew this circuit, but instead of using resistors, we use impedances. And so we can say that this is going to be Z2 in the S domain, that's the Laplace domain, and then we can feed this into our handy dandy little op amp here. And so we basically have a similar thing, but now we're going to have a circuit in the S domain, and if you integrate those S values, you're going to end up with a differential equation. And so we're going to look a little bit about at what happens when that is the case. All right, so same thing. So for this circuit, we would describe the gain, AV, voltage gain, as minus R2 over R1. We would describe the input resistance, which we've covered in that video, as R1. And if we look at the complex version, it's going to be basically the same. We're going to have AV, but now it's going to be in terms of S in the S domain, and that's just going to be equal to minus Z, being an impedance, Z2, as a function of S, divided by Z1 as a function of S. And then same thing for Zn. Same thing as Rn, that's just going to be equal to Z1 of S. And the good thing about all this is, if we're looking at this in the S domain or in the j omega Fourier domain, the circuit analysis doesn't change that much, even though we're dealing with things that are a little more complex. So with that being said, let me show you our first circuit. I'm going to make this a little smaller for the notes so that it'll just be a little easier for you guys to read them in the PDF, and so that I don't have like 20 billion pages of notes. Okay, so as I was saying, we're going to look at a couple of different circuits, and this is pretty much going to be all that we're going to cover for the remainder of this class. I know it's Friday, last day of class, so I'm not going to overload you with any more stuff. So our first circuit is going to look like this, and we are going to have a capacitor here, and then we're going to have a resistor at the top, and we're going to tie this together. That's going to be our V source. This one is still going to go to ground, so we're kind of using that inverting amp architecture that we've gotten used to, because a lot of amps basically use that. And then we have V out. And this guy we call a differentiator. Hopefully I'm spelling that right. Alright, so the big thing about this is going to be, we're going to have this is C1, we'll have this is R. Since there's only one R, we'll just call it R. And actually, let me just introduce all the different architectures, and then I will show you some equations and how they work. So the next one, you're probably going to guess what this is. This is going to be and Integrator. And it looks just like a differentiator, you just have some components swapped. So you can say this is VS, this is going to be an R, this is going to be a C, that's going to be V out. And still the same, negative and positive at the bottom, that's grounded out. And so this we'll call an integrator. Alright, so a differentiator, integrator. And the other thing we're going to talk about is, and I mentioned this in a previous video, is doing active filtering. So this is going to be a low-pass filter. So for an active low-pass filter, we are going to have some type of device that responds to different frequencies. And then we're going to have it in parallel with our normal R2 resistor. And then these two guys are going to be tied around our op amp. Like so. Oh, I forgot something. There's another resistor in here. So we can say this is R2 and this is R1. And then this is our source.